Welcome to Digital Freedom Blueprint Masterclass with Solidity Zone. Today, you are about to uncover the mystery behind artificial intelligence and how you too can earn money using AI-powered digital assets. So we're going to start the live in about 5 minutes. So we're going to give time for others to join. And in 5 minutes, we are going to get started and you will see exactly what it takes to build an online business that permits you to earn from anywhere and work at any time at your own pace. Just follow through. So let's give time for the others to join the live. So in the meantime, you can comment, you can leave comments. I want to see the fire emojis in the comment section. Just drop your fire emojis in the comment section. Comment AI in the fires. Comment AI in the comment section so that while others are joining, they're going to see the energy in the class and they're going to be vibrant enough to join our class, okay? All right, let's give them some time. Yeah, keep commenting. Fire. I want to see fire in the comment section. Yeah. When it's going to be up to 100 fires, we are going to start. Sure. Okay. Welcome. Yeah, welcome. I will not be able to read all your names because I don't want, you see, so I'll just be telling you guys welcome as you're joining the live. As I just see you guys join, I'll just be saying welcome. Yeah, okay, from Ghana, Cameroon, Nigeria, Egypt. Wow. Okay, this is going to be a masterclass, man. Yeah, keep joining, man. Keep joining. Today, you guys are about to see something you have never seen before. Okay, the class has been, the population in the class is enough for us to get started. So I'm going to share my slides for us to start with our amazing class today. Okay, welcome once more to Digital Freedom Blueprint with Solidity Zone. If you are one of my students, you know that I talk and do. I don't just talk, I talk and do. All my students that have attended any of my previous classes have had results. So if I teach you, I can promise you one thing. Anything you have learned in this class, you have never seen it anywhere. I don't overpromise, but I always overdeliver. So now, I just want you to do one thing. We are going to start immediately. So before we get started, make sure you prepare a sheet of paper, a pen to take notes because you are going to take more than just a sheet of paper. Take a block note entirely, okay? Before we start the live, there are certain ground rules we have to set so that we can get the maximum of what we are doing here. First, you have to close all distractions. You have to get comfortable because what you are about to hear will literally change your life. I can say that for a fact because it has changed mine. So it's going to literally change your life. You take the pen and the paper and a block note and then you write down every important idea. The good thing is that every idea in this life is an important idea. And at the end of this webinar, I'll share a bonus that is reserved only for those who are going to stay up to the end. And the value of this webinar is over 50,000 francs, but I will be giving you all for free for those who are going to be here up to the end of the webinar. Okay? All right. So, one thing I can tell you for sure is that you did well to come to this live because what you are about to learn here, as I earlier said, you have never learned it anywhere before. And if I'm the one teaching you, there is no reason why you are not going to do what I say you're going to do and succeed in it. Now, in a few minutes, that's exactly now, you will discover what is proven to be the greatest business opportunity of this decade. You probably missed the internet era, you missed the dot-com bubble, but you should not miss the AI era. AI is no more the future. It is already the present. And if you are not equipped in this present moment, you're going to miss the future. And this opportunity I'm talking about has allowed thousands of people, including myself, to start from zero. Can you see that? So you start from zero, okay? The proof that this is the greatest opportunity of all time is that look at Seller report of 2023. Seller paid 4 billion naira to creatives. Can you imagine? 4 billion naira. That's to tell you that this industry is an industry that has money, okay? And if you position yourself very well, you're going to tap as much as you can. Another proof, 2023 was 4 billion naira. 2024 is 9,880,000,000 naira. This year is going to be massive. And I want you to also ask yourself one question. Out of all this money, now how much be your own? You need to ask yourself, how much is my own money in this particular thing? So write to your notebook, how much is your own money in this 9 billion naira? So by the time this end of this year, probably by the end of this year, probably the amount is going to be maybe 20 billion naira. I don't know. But you have to ask yourself, okay, you missed 2023. You have probably missed 2024. You probably missed 2025. But 2026, your own figures should be among these figures because the industry keeps getting big. And with the era of AI, it's just going to be massive. Now, this particular business model, this AI has changed so many lives. And I'm going to show you exactly examples of people whose lives have been changed by this same business opportunity of AI-powered digital assets, okay? The very first person is one of the mentors I look up to, Bruno Nwogu. Funny enough, my name is Bruno as well. So probably that's why I have an affinity for him. So he is a remote closer in Nigeria and earns a living from Nigeria, a living that those that have Japa envy. And he's someone that encourages people like you and myself to get into the AI era. So if you're not in the AI era, it doesn't matter whether you're in sales, you are in customer service, you're in accounting, you're in banking. AI is here to change every sector. Or rather, AI is changing every sector. Another person is John Obidi. This is my role model, guys. This is my role model. He is a preacher of the AI gospel. I'm not saying that he's a preacher of the gospel. That's another story. But he's someone that preaches, encourages people to get into AI. You can see this same business model of transforming yourself into a digital product using AI has literally changed his life. As you can see here, he's fresh and all of that. And the next person whose life has actually been changed by this exact business model is myself. As you can see here, this is me before entering this business of online businesses using AI-powered digital assets that print money for you when properly set up. So that's me there, 2020, when I was still in the trenches. That's me working. I was working what they call in Cameroon lingua franca, Bambi, where I had to dig trenches to make a living. And that's me after, to say now, by the grace of God, things are good, things are okay, things are well now. I'm holding conferences, I'm holding master classes, masterminds, one of the best minds in the country. That's just to say that if you implement all your learning in this particular session, there is no way you are not going to get the result you're expecting out of this, okay? So I can tell you that I am a living proof that this works. I can tell you for a fact because I have tested it and I am still doing it. So now let's get into some technical stuff to understand certain things. First, building an online business by creating digital assets using AI is not reserved for some people. Everybody can do it. It doesn't matter if you are a man or a woman. It's not gender specific. It doesn't matter if you are a worker, a skilled laborer or not. You too can do it because AI has transformed everything. It is a field where anyone, including you, has the potential to excel. And the good thing is that more and more people are stepping into this exciting world where they are leveraging their creativity and discipline to generate significant income using AI. So I can tell you with certainty that starting an AI-powered online business gives you financial freedom because you can be able to determine how much you earn because there's no ceiling to how much you can earn. Gives you location freedom. You have the ability to work from anywhere so far as you have your phone or your laptop or both. And it gives you time freedom. You can work at any time. You can work in the morning, you can work in the night, anytime. You don't have to answer yes sir to anybody because you are the yes sir you are answering to. And the world of AI-driven digital business is waiting for you. Don't procrastinate after this opportunity. After this life, you need to get into action and start taking the right amount of actions immediately and start profiting from it yourself. It's not more something that is reserved for others. You too can do this. So throughout this life, I'm going to show you how some Africans earn between $500 to $10,000 per month while here in Africa by simply building online businesses with digital assets using artificial intelligence without capital, without having a degree, and without prior experience. And I'm going to most especially show you how you too can do it. So what you are going to discover tonight is not just a trending opportunity. It's something that it is a concrete, tested and proven method, and it is a fast track to your financial freedom in an unstable world like the one we are living in right now. But beware, only those who will stay unto the end will get full access to the offer, the testimonials, the strategies, and the bonuses. Those who leave, you might miss the opportunity that is capable of changing your life. This is an opportunity that requires you nothing. You can start without any startup capital, without any business experience, and without any specific skills in any domain, because AI is a jack of all trades and a master of all. So to seize this opportunity, it's essential that you stay connected for the entire live session because there might be no replays. I want you guys to stay on the live, focus on the live, go through everything, because after this you're going to miss it forever. So you are supposed to stay up to the end of the live, or you'll be among the thousands of people who signed up, joined, but gave up along the way. And what happened to those people is that they got no results, and after they met and then say, I wished I did it when I had the time to do so. So one thing is that even though they were so close to the goal, they were very, very close to the goal, they gave up along the way. What's the point putting in effort if you're going to give up along the way? As you can see this image, the person was already closer to the diamonds, but he gave up. He just had to stay again a little bit before succeeding. So you don't have to be that person that is closer to your diamond, because this is your diamond and you are not supposed to miss out on that. So if you miss too early, what are you going to lose? First, you're going to miss the opportunity that's going to change your life this year. You're going to miss the most important information, and you're going to lose access to the bonus that is worth over 50,000 francs for you. So for those who don't know me yet, my name is Nkwetakem Bruno. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm the co-owner of Franconic Store, an electronic and accessories boutique, and I am the founder of Solidity Zone. For you wondering why am I introducing myself with such assertiveness, I have helped close to 1,000 people earn their first safer online. I can say that with certainty because I have proofs. I have been able to open an electronic shop with my friend before I was 24 years old. That means we opened our physical shop before the age of 24. And I have trained so many people to successfully start a business with China importation right here in Cameroon, some in Nigeria and others in Ghana. But among all these things, what I am proud of the most is the fact that I have been able to help so many people successfully start their online businesses, both with digital products and with physical products, even without prior knowledge. I'm going to show you some of the examples of proof that this thing that I am about to talk to you actually works. And this is a proof that this thing is going to work for you as well. For instance, this is me and my friend, my very good friend, by the way. This is when we were still our early years in the university. From the picture, you can see that we were not only broke, we were actually poor. But when we stumbled on these online businesses and we applied ourselves, because it's one thing to stumble on an opportunity, it's another thing to take on the opportunity. But you who is going to take on this opportunity, you're going to see a transformation in yourself, okay? So this is it now. We go to the gym, we chill and all of that. And the good thing is that we are able to do this from anywhere, anytime we decide to, okay? So you too can do this. For credibility, you can check him on TikTok. He's a forex trader, so he has experience in what it takes to make money online. So he's a forex trader. You can check his TikTok. And for the purpose of this live, there are many others that I won't have time to present, so that we can get straight to the point and cover what exactly it takes to start an online business using AI-powered digital assets. So I'm telling you all of this, it's not to boast. All of this I'm telling you is not to boast, okay? But rather because I'm often asked this very question. Bruno, how can I also succeed to start an online business? People tell me, how can I start a business? How can I start an online business? Or I also get questions like, sir, how can I also make money with AI like you? And it's to answer this particular question that I am hosting this online webinar, this online conference that you're actually attending. And this is to give you access to this opportunity that is going to completely change your life, okay? And this is going to shock you. This is certainly going to shock you. Remember that the most important thing is not to work tirelessly. You need to work hard, of course. But remember, it's not to work tirelessly. You need to have a leverage in the work you're doing, okay? Because if you look closely, let's take a look. The people that work the most, the people that work menial jobs, laborious jobs, nothing down on those jobs. I too have done menial job for a major part of my life. If you are from third world Africa, from a lower background family, you must have tested it in one form or another. You must have worked in the market, or you must have worked at chantier sites, construction sites and all of that. So I'm not talking down on anybody or anything, but you need to understand that if you have been there or if you are still there, you are conscious that working 10 hours a day is never going to make you a millionaire doing that particular thing. But on the contrary, the most important thing that you have to learn, especially in this era, is how to earn so much money and to not work tirelessly. And it's very, very possible, especially if you know how. So you must choose the right opportunity to have that. So to actually succeed in doing that, what you need to do is to choose the right opportunity, okay? And right now, there is a brand new opportunity that gives you the abilities to start from zero, where in this opportunity, you too can profit from it and not be left out like you have been on the previous opportunities. You probably missed the dot-com bubble. You missed the COVID-19 opportunities to make money online. You missed the gig economy era, that is the remote work era. you should not miss the AI era. This is an era meant for you. It's not happening to you, but it's happening for you. And this opportunity gives you the ability to start without any specific skills. Because with AI, you can learn any specific skill in a twinkle of an eye. And the best part is that it gives you the ability to start without any startup capital. You don't need inventory, you don't need to rent, you don't need any startup capital to get started. Okay? So, never in history, I repeat, never in history have there been such an opportunity that gives you the ability to make money online legally and morally. Emphasis on legally and morally, because we live in an era where making money online has been associated to online fraud or promiscuity. This is something that you don't have to risk your morality or risk illegal stuff. This is legal and moral. And I am convinced that those who will take action to seize this new opportunity today will literally change their lives. You've probably heard AI so many times, but I can tell you for a fact that if you take on this opportunity today, you are literally going to change your life. If I'm so confident, it's for a particular reason, and that's because my team and I have spent the past few years analyzing the best businesses to make money. And for that, we judge these businesses using 3 important criteria. The first criteria we analyze is starting capital. How much money do you need to get started in any business you want to start in? That's the first criteria we analyze. The second criteria was, do you need any skills? What are the necessary skills required for you to get started? And then the third thing is there competition, or is the competition in this particular market tough enough for this type of business? Those are the 3 criteria that we analyze. And one of the first businesses we analyze using these 3 criteria is e-commerce or drop shipping. The very first thing is that e-commerce, being a very, very renowned business, has some drawdowns, even if no one tells you. First, it requires inventory. You need to manage products. You need to have the product stored somewhere and all of that. You need to have advertising fee. You need to do advertisement, because if you don't advertise, nobody's going to buy the product that you have bought. The next thing is customer returns. I know that from experience. You sell something to customers, they bring them back once they are bad, even if they are at fault. And sometimes they don't want to hear that they're once at fault. They're going to say that they're still within the warranty period. If you have a boutique or something that sells, or you sell something of that sort, you have experienced that in some form or another. So apart from customer returns, another thing is that there's a lot of trial and error in this e-commerce business. What do I mean? For instance, if you are into e-commerce in any form or another, you realize that you don't predict the market. Let me say, for example, during periods like school and festive period, that's when people buy a lot of things. Let me just take example, school stuff. You as the owner of a shop, you go and buy a certain category of shoes. Then when you stock them in your shop, you realize that people are buying a different category. What happens to those shoes that you bought? You already have inventory that you cannot do anything with it. You only have to liquidate them, or you have to use them yourself. It happens. The next thing is that your margins are very, very minimal. Why? Because you have to pay for transportation, you have to pay for advertising, you have to pay for employees, you have to pay for rent and all of that. The next thing is that the market is saturated, because let's face reality. Everybody is selling handbags, everybody is selling wigs, everybody is selling shoes and dresses. So the market is already saturated. The next drawback you need to take into consideration is the fact that the market is already saturated. That's something that we have to face reality. Why am I saying that? Everybody is selling handbags, everybody is selling wigs, everybody is selling dresses, everybody is selling brassieres. So the market is saturated, especially in West Africa, countries like Nigeria, Cameroon, Ghana. Nearly everybody is doing makeup and all of that, so they're selling the same products. So it's saturated. At this point, the only way for you to compete is by reducing prices, because everybody is getting the product from the same suppliers, from the same areas, maybe from the same local suppliers or from the same foreign suppliers. And because of that, the market is saturated and the margins are becoming thinner and thinner and thinner. That's one of the drawbacks of the e-commerce. Another analysis that we did for these 3 criteria was cryptocurrencies or crypto investments. First thing, It is extremely volatile. If you have been a forex trader, or if you have tried forex trading in any form, you know that it is a very, very volatile market. Whether you are trading forex, you are trading crypto, it is very, very volatile. You have to enter at the right time and leave at the right time as well. Other than the fact that it is a very, very volatile market, one of the things you need to understand is that 80% of individuals lose money. They might not say it, but most people in the cryptocurrency market or in the forex trading market more lose money than they make money. And you can base your analysis on the fact that you're seeing the few that make money, but the majority of people lose money in this market. Even those on big trading exchanges like on the Wall Street and all of that, most of them lose money. If you go and read reports about it, you hear that a very big percentage of Wall Street traders are concerned with illegal stuff or something of that sort because they tried cutting corners to be able to satisfy their customers and it didn't turn out well. So I can tell you with the fact and certainty that this is a business that we have analyzed and it is not as profitable as we think it is. Or rather, it is profitable, but it is very, very volatile. The next thing is that it requires advanced understanding of the Web3 and wallet and blockchains and all these big terms, okay? The next important business that we analyzed was real estate. One thing is real estate requires significant starting capital. You cannot start real estate without capital unless you're an agent. That's the bottom of the ladder. The next thing is that you require bank loans and it's often denied to young people or self-employed people. We all know how banking systems work and all of that. So most of the time, most banks are not going to give you these loans, okay? The next thing is that it is very, very slow to become profitable. In Africa, it is very risky and it requires a lot of legal framework, okay? So it is risky without legal framework. And most people venture into it without this notion. So after analyzing this business, the next business we analyzed was a physical business. This is something that is common. For example, restaurants, salons, and all of that. First, high startup capital. It requires a lot of money to get started. You need to hire staff, you need equipment, you need location. It's very risky. Why? Because people steal. You hire somebody and the person starts his business in your own business. If you have hired somebody before, like myself, you can experience that. It's very, very unstable because you don't determine. Customers come in one, and you know how it is if you have done that. And you have a lot of expenses. For example, if you have a salon, you have to be buying lotion, you have to pay rent, put light, and all of that. And it's very, very expensive. The next thing is that it requires a physical presence. You cannot have a salon and you cannot just do it from anywhere. Even if you're a mobile salon hairdresser, you need to be at a physical location. You cannot serve a customer in Nigeria unless you travel to Nigeria. You cannot serve a customer in Ghana. You cannot serve a customer maybe in any town of Cameroon unless you travel there. It has low profit margins. If you sit with someone that runs a salon, the person is going to tell you that it's not as profitable as we think. The next thing is that you have to manage inventory. You have to manage staff and other operations. And if you run a business of any other form, you realize that the strongest thing to handle in a business is handling human resources. It's very, very difficult, okay? The next thing that we'll analyze also on the criteria was starting an agency. Probably you are a creative, you are into marketing, design, coding. First, it requires startup capital. First of all, you need to start an agency, you require startup capital. The next thing is that you need loans, and loans are almost always denied to young people and self-employed people because the risk is too high. And it's very, very slow to become profitable in Africa. If you are someone that has maybe started an agency for video editors, website development, you will know what I'm talking about. That's why most people go as freelancers, because hiring developers or hiring people to keep them is very hard. So that's something, it's very, very slow to become profitable. So we kept searching. After analyzing these businesses, we realized that it's not something that is easy to start, but so we kept searching. So we are looking for a business that does not require startup capital, does not require prior skills, and we found that a digital business is the best business. So why is a digital asset business the best business? First, it requires no startup capital. Second, it is scalable because you have the possibility to grow multiple digital assets, or rather digital products, all at the same time. Next, you require no store, no office, no employees, just you and your computer or your phone. And the good thing is that it is 100% digital, so you can manage your online business from anywhere. You just need to set up your online store. People are going to buy from there, and then you cash out from anywhere you are. The best of the best part is that you handle no logistics. You have no client to manage. You have no deliveries to do. You have no physical stock or inventories to be tracking. Then the good thing is also that another important thing is that the system is reusable. It's infinitely reusable. If you created a digital product maybe in 2020, 5 years today, you can keep reselling that digital product over and over. There's so many people that I know that have done that. And imagine making tens of millions from the same digital product that was created once and sold over and over. So this business is already well known, and people around the world are benefiting from it. It's just in front of you, but you cannot see it. And one thing you need to understand is that so many people in Africa are searching for one thing, and that thing is called financial freedom. And many Africans are not benefiting from this opportunity yet. That's why the best time for you to profit from it is now. So you are going to be early in the market and profit from it at most. And that's why it is already considered by many as the greatest opportunity of the decade. AI is the new era. If you are not profiting from AI, then AI is going to waste, or rather AI is profiting from you, and you quickly be replaced by someone that is using AI. So what's the market size of AI powered digital assets? After going through research, reading papers and all of that, it is conclusive, or it's rather straight to the it is conclusive, or it is proven that the global digital asset and AI powered online business is one of the fastest growing sectors worldwide. And millions of digital products and AI driven services are created and monetized every single day, generating substantial income to so many people globally. And some are already taking advantage of this opportunity to generate millions online. You have to be the next person. So I want us to go through some mind rewiring first. You need to ask yourself this important question. What is your why? Like, what is that force that drives you every morning when you wake up? What is your why? Type it in the chat. Type your why in the chat. Is it that you want your kids to grow in a very healthy environment? Is it that you want to live the life you dreamt of? Is it that you want to make your mama proud? Is it that you want to tell your dad that you are not a disappointment? Is it that you want to prove to your ex that you are a success? Is it that you want to be an example to the community? What is your why? Tell me in the chat. Are you ready to seize this opportunity? Tell me in the chat. Perfect. Now that you already have a strong why, it's with a strong why that you will be able to take full advantage of this opportunity. Now that you understand the importance of a why, of having a why, I'm going to show you how to use it to go even further. First, with the why you have created, you are going to use it to transform your identity. For those of you who are Christians, you understand that it is said in the Bible that do not conform to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, or rather be transformed by the renewing of your identity, because it's from your identity that everything comes there. Okay? So our identity defines who we are, and it is shaped by two important factors: our exposure, or rather our experiences, and our education. And it's our identity that drives the choices in our brain. That's why you see two people entering the same sector. One person is choosing the lowest common denominator, and another person is positioning himself at the top of the pyramid. That's why if you understand society very well, you almost always notice that people from underprivileged backgrounds do the worst jobs, not because they are not very intelligent, but because of the identity that they have cultivated over time due to their exposure and their education. And to generate multiple millions per month in an online business using digital assets, you will need to create a new identity. An identity with which you will take all the necessary actions to achieve your goals. If you don't have, you should set them. From your why, you should set goals. An identity that will align with your why and your goals. And to successfully transform yourself, you need to think of your old identity as an outdated software. Look at this Photoshop image, for example. This is how it looked like before, and look at how it looks like now. So if softwares can update themselves, then you too need to update yourself. Remember the verse says, be conformed by the renewing of your mind. So you should always be constantly renewing your mind, so you can be able to change your identity, because who you think you are determines the results you get and the behaviors you have and the attitude you have in every endeavor you have. Okay, it's first of all a matter of identity. To gain all these new features, that is success, wealth, discipline, happiness, you must update your software and upgrade to the new version of yourself. Your old identity is the one that contains all your bad habits and your limiting beliefs, probably the one you're having now. And your new identity is the one that aligns with your goals and most especially your why. For example, for someone to quit smoking, his old identity says, I'm trying to quit smoking, but his new identity emphasizes, I am a non-smoker. Do you see the difference? The language makes things different, okay? Now, for someone who wants to improve their public speaking abilities, someone with an old identity, probably you, is going to say, I am shy. But someone with a new identity will say, I am someone who easily overcomes shyness, so much so that if I place myself before any crowd, I can do anything I choose to do. You see that? Now, to tell you that this identity thing is something that is very, very important, this is exactly what the legendary boxer, the legend of all time, Muhammad Ali did. Before becoming an icon, his real name was Cassius Clay. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it well. And by 1964, he changed his name and chose to be called Muhammad Ali. According to him, Cassius Clay is a slave name, and I am not a slave. I am Muhammad Ali. That is why he said to himself, and because of that, he changed his identity. And from that day on, he changed his identity and he became Muhammad Ali, a legendary boxer. And just like every other person, I too was paralyzed by my old identity. I was afraid to take a leap. I dreamed, but I didn't take action because I always made excuses. And I wasn't even motivated. I did everything I was supposed to do, thinking I was progressing. I bought books, I bought courses, I tried different businesses. I watched self-development videos, all those motivational stuffs online. I watched all of them. But deep down, I was still stuck in my old identity. And because of that, I had to create a new identity for myself. I had to transform by the renewing of my mind and the renewing of my identity. And because of that, to do that, I thought carefully about who I wanted to become. Like, who is Quetakem Bruno. Like when people think about Quetakem Bruno, what should they think of? That was my why. And because of that why, I imagined a new version of myself, a version 2.0 of myself, a new version where I became confident in myself. I took massive action in any endeavor. I invested in myself and I stepped out of my comfort zone to doing things I only imagined were things reserved for others. I too deserve the goodies of this life, so I decided to change my identity. And with this new identity, I was able to break all the limiting beliefs. And because of that, I was able, and because of that, that's what allowed me later to be able to generate up to 1 million francs per month. As you can see the screenshots, as you can see, that's a product that was a high ticket product that was sold. That's the balance there, as you can see. And I have helped several other people to generate at least 300 francs. And I have helped several other people to generate at least 300,000 francs per month with their AI-powered digital assets. Okay? And now that you know I transform my identity to succeed in building AI-powered online businesses using digital assets, you have two choices. You can either take the blue pill or take the red pill. You have that choice. If you take the blue pill, you stay with your old identity. And not, if you take the blue pill, you stay with your old identity. And you won't give yourself the means to reach your ambitions, to attain the why you have written in the comment section. You will keep your bad habits, and every day you will keep feeling bad about yourself, and you keep you in a repetitive pattern. And you won't achieve the goals that truly matter to you if you keep your old habits. Your why is not going to be achieved. Or you can take the red pill and choose to adopt a new identity. And from this moment on, you give yourself the means to truly transform your life. It happens, you can transform your life. And you'll be able to build the right habits. And you will become a person capable of achieving your monthly goals. So are you going to take the red pill or are you going to take the blue pill? Tell me in the chat. Type it out in the chat. Yeah, type it out in the chat. Okay. Yeah, I can see. Red pill, red pill, red pill. Good. Keep up. Tell me in the chat. Keep telling me in the chat. Okay. Interesting. So I can guarantee you one thing. After you have chosen the right pill, you are on the path to success. So far, you've understood the power of a why, the deep reason not to give up at the first obstacle. The economy might be bad. The situation of the country where you are might be bad. But a why is that burning flame that keeps you up at night and wakes you up early in the morning to keep trying. The importance of creating your new identity is going to break limiting beliefs and give you the ability to achieve your wildest dreams, to achieve your wildest goals, okay? But now, the problem where most people fail is at the point of taking action. Remember, a plan without action is just a plan doomed to failure, all right? Now, but I can show you that it's very normal. All of us have been in that situation. It's not by working harder that we achieve our goals, but it's by working smarter. We all know that people that work very hard, but they don't go anywhere, okay? So when aiming for an ambitious goal, there is a little voice inside of us that says, it's impossible, I'll never make it. And just like you, I felt that voice in me myself. And probably you're still feeling that. But this is called the myth of giant leaps. Anytime you want to do something great, Anytime you want to leave your father's house to go and start out life on your own, anytime you want to go and marry, anytime you want to start a business, anytime you want to change career, anytime you want to go and see your boss to ask for a salary raise, there is that voice in you that says, I am not enough, I don't deserve this. But I'm here to tell you that it's normal. It's called the myth of giant leaps. The myth of giant leaps is the false belief that you need to take massive effort all at once to achieve ambitious goals. That's not true. But what if I told you that all of this is completely false? It is actually completely false. The truth is that you don't need to work 10 hours a day or become a productivity machine to succeed. Certainly, there is a side you need to work hard. You need to be diligent at what you do. But being diligent alone is not going to help you achieve the success you desire. The truth is that the time spent on a digital business or creating your AI-powered digital assets, your digital product, for some entrepreneurs like myself, is 1 to 2 hours daily. 1 to 2 hours, you get on a particular AI tool, you have a discussion with him, you have a discussion with it. It takes your understands everything and it's able to create things for you. So AI is here, enslave AI. You once was a slave, but now AI is a slave. Okay? So it's not every day is required. Active creators only create their digital assets once. So you create it once and you focus on automating your sales. So imagine you create your online ebook, create your course probably using AI, and then you simply automate your sales. You simply make sure that you have set up everything to sell it through. Statistics show that about 45% of successful digital entrepreneurs dedicate 1 to 2 hours per day to their projects and earn over $10,000 per month from one product. That's statistics. But in Africa now, about the same statistics apply, but now they earn between 300,000 francs to $1 million francs per month from a single product. And this is not by working harder, it is by working smarter. Okay? And personally, I have applied a very, very specific principle in my online businesses. A principle that could give you months, even years of advantage over your competitors while working 2 times, 4 times, or even 5 times less than them. This principle is known as the Pareto principle. It was discovered by an Italian economist, Vilfredo Pareto, in 1897. That says, by studying the distribution of wealth in the 19th century, he discovered something astonishing. About 20% of the population held 80% of the wealth. That's still the case today anyways. And 20% of the population owns the wealth because 20% of the population takes action. That is 20% of the population actually own the wealth because it's that 20% of the population that's actually taking action. The other 80% are procrastinating, overthinking, working hard on the wrong things or using the wrong tools. And that's why, and 80%, as I earlier said, have goals, they have dreams, but they just watch, they don't practice, they don't do. Will you be part of the 20% who change the world by taking action, or you will be part of the 80% who does nothing and simply whine and complain? Ask yourself that question. There is one thing that sets apart all those who succeed from those who remain stuck in their dreams. The only difference is taking action, massive action. They choose not to wait for everything to be perfect. They went on despite any setback or despite the circumstances that they had at hand. And they took action while many were just thinking about their dreams and talking about their dreams. So taking action is turning an idea into tangible results, in this case, money. So what exactly should you do? What exactly should you do? You need to understand certain things. What exactly is AI-powered online businesses using digital assets? Simply, it is creating digital products using AI with or without expertise in any domain and selling it multiple times to multiple people over and over time. It's just simply like using AI to create an ebook without initial capital that will sell a copy for 5,000 francs and sending it to over 500 people every single month. I'll allow you to do the math. 5,000 francs for 500 people. How much is that going to make? Think about it. So digital assets are like cheat codes to wealth because you only create the product one time and you sell million copies of that product without requiring any startup capital. Is that not amazing? The goal is to make money by creating and selling valuable digital assets. Emphasis on valuable. So with an AI-powered online business, you can earn more money, learn to manage your income better because you have more, and you'll be able to invest smartly in your future and changing the future of your kids or your unborn kids. So here's a secret a few people share with you. Your digital asset can work for you. Let's take an example. An ebook or an online course or a template that keeps earning for you automatically while you sleep. You just set up your store and all of that. You create a product, you set it on there, and then people are going to come there, they buy, and then you get up in the morning and then you receive alerts. That's the best life you can ever dream for anyways. You can follow proven digital assets. You can follow proven digital asset strategies to learn and earn at the same time. For example, it's just like following a chef recipe before creating your own unique dish, right? AI tools are simply programs that helps you create, market, and sell digital products automatically, amongst many other things that AI can do. They follow specific rules to optimize the creation and the sales of your digital assets. For example, a smart system knows exactly how to reach your target customer and make more sales for you easily than you would have done it manually by yourself. So you don't need to be at your computer all the time. You don't. Just 1 hour of work every day with minimal effort. Enslave the AI. It is there for you and you're going to get the results you're looking for out of it. So the path to a successful AI-powered online business is as follows. First, you learn the basics, what we have just covered, having your why, understanding what it is and all of that. The next is to use AI to create your digital assets. The next part, after you've created your digital asset, is to monitor your products and your audience regularly. You analyze your successes and your mistakes, and then you master managing your income and reinvestment. That's all. That's all. So the key is to be patient, to continuously learn, and most especially to continuously and consistently take action. So anyone who follows this path can turn digital assets, digital products into a true source of income, or shall I say a true source of wealth. And now I am going to show you how you too can go from a spectator to someone earning from digital assets starting tonight. That's why I have created for you the Digital Freedom Blueprint. The Digital Freedom Blueprint is a step-by-step blueprint to building a 6-figure digital asset that prints money automatically for you every hour, everywhere, and even while you sleep. Throughout this step-by-step system, you're going to learn, 1, the AI digital product system. You're going to learn how to create high in-demand digital products, courses, PDFs, audiobooks, templates from scratch in days, all using AI, even without prior experience. Next, you're going to get the profitable market finder and offer crafting formula. That is, you'll be able to identify niches where there is money, where money is already flowing, and craft irresistible offers that your audience can't resist. The next thing is you're going to learn the AI sales robot. You learn how to automate your sales with advanced copywriting, even if you have never done or heard about copywriting before, because AI is a master at everything if you know how to master it. You're going to learn how to turn words into real money by compelling people through your writings to buy your offers from you. I want to have the AI branding blueprint. That is, you'll be able to build a powerful online identity and a brand voice using AI, even if you've never created a brand before, and even if you don't want to show your face. Probably you're working a type of job that does not require you to go public. You can be in your corner anonymously. You create these things using the AI branding blueprint, and you'll be able to make your cash work for you. And the next thing that is very important is the AI audience builder. Using AI, you'll be able to build the ideal audience for your offers and your digital asset, making it possible for your product to reach the right people and automated. That is, you have automated sales. That's not all. As bonus to this digital freedom blueprint, you're going to get AI image mastery. What do I mean? For instance, you have been seeing people online flaunting how they're able to create images using AI and all of that. I will show you how you are going to learn to use AI to generate stunning visuals for your products, your covers, and your professional studio photos. Nowadays, you don't need to go to a studio to snap headshots, professional photos in any dress you choose to, because with AI, you can do that. And I am going to give you as bonus to the digital freedom blueprint. You're going to have the AI video creation system. That you'll be able to use AI to create professional quality videos for courses, ads, and content fully powered by AI. That does not require you to show your face. For instance, you want to create an ad and you don't have probably the means to be able to have a setup and all of that, or you don't want to show your face. With AI, you'll be able to create professional, high quality videos for your ads. Next, I'm going to teach you the complete ad swiping and swap mastery. That's, you learn how to create ninja level winning ads using the ad spy and swap method that will create high level Facebook ads to sell your digital assets for you. That is, you'll be able to learn how I do ninja level Facebook ads, to study the ads that are working and do better than those ads without copying the ads. That's using the ad swipe and swap method. Then you're going to get a complete AI prompt library. That's a copy and paste prompt that is going to guide you through from step by step on how to create your ebook, how to create your template, how to create your audiobook, and how to create your course from start to finish. Now, who can benefit from this? It doesn't matter whether you are a coach, affiliate marketer, network marketer. It doesn't matter whether you're a freelancer, a consultant, content creator, a digital product seller, whether you're a doctor, engineer, a bricklayer, a teacher, whether you're unemployed, anybody can benefit from the digital freedom blueprint because it is crafted to accommodate people from various backgrounds and various experiences. Because with AI, you'll be able to transform it into your unique personality to create for you. See that, right? So how much does this cost? Normally, the blueprint in itself costs 100,000 francs for the value that is in it. And the bonus in the blueprint in itself costs 50,000 francs. That's a total of 150,000 francs. But for those of you who are on the live, you're going to have it at a promotional cost of just 49,900 francs. The equivalent in your different the equivalent in your different currencies, that is Naira, cedis, or whichever country you're from, 49,900 francs. Now, why should you act now? You need to understand that this offer is exclusive to only 10 people, so that I'll be able to focus on those 10 people and ensure that they have produced their digital assets till they earn their first safer online. And this offer is exclusive and valid only for 3 days. After 3 days, we are closing the slots. So remember, I want you to have a quick reminder. 2023, Seller rewarded creators with 4 billion naira. 2024, it rewarded creators with 9 billion 880 million naira. This year, it is going to reward creators with even more. So ask yourself, how much is your own from this money this year or the year that is coming? How much is your own? By the time that releasing the next report, how much is your own money inside this? Ask yourself that question. So the reason why you should act now is because tonight only, you have the chance to grab the offer that's going to literally change your life. And the spots are limited to only 10 slots. I can't guarantee that this promotion will come back after it is gone. That's why you need to act now. So, will you stay a spectator or will you start earning digital assets? So grab the offer by taking action now. The payment options are going to be available via the link at the bottom of this video, in the chat and the group, or message me if you don't see it. Thank you. So before we go, I have to answer certain questions that have been typed in the chat. All right. So some of the questions that have been typed in the chat, as I can see. So let me answer some of the questions that have been typed in the chat. Okay. I can see Victor says, how long is it going to take for me to create my first digital asset? Yeah, how long is it going to take for you to create your digital asset is going to depend on the consistency you have in creating your digital asset and how much value you want to be in your digital asset. But in a week, if you focus on a week and you put 2 hours every single day, you'll be able to have your first digital asset in the market. Especially if it's something like an ebook, you're going to learn after the Digital Freedom Blueprint how you're going to be able to create your ebook, market the ebook, design the ebook from scratch in such a way that it's going to have a captivating title, valuable content, because a lot of people create trash outside here in the name of digital product. You create valuable content that can actually help somebody, because the objective is not only to make money, is to create something that is going to help people, transform value to people. Okay, so how long it's going to take? It's going to depend on the amount of value you want to give to people. The more value you give people, the best. Okay, another question: will there be an extension in the promotion? No, the slots are only for 10 people. So after 10 people have been taken, and it's after 3 days, we're going to close the cohort. We're closing the cohort because we want to focus and ensure that each person is properly mentored. Because in as much as you're going to get the lessons recorded, you're going to have certain questions, certain difficulties. So the slots are reserved for those people. Those who are going to miss it, well, yeah. Any other question? Is there a difference between digital assets and digital product? Oh, digital assets and digital products are the same things, but just that the name digital asset comes from the fact that it's not a product that you create, sell, and abandon. It's going to be an asset that's going to be generating money for you over and over. For instance, if you have a building, people rent and they pay rent. But now, if you have a digital asset, people are going to be buying. Each sale that they make on that same digital asset, you're going to be making money. And you can deliver to anybody everywhere. Because before you had maybe a physical book, you had to do printing, you had to do delivery, shipping. But with a digital asset, person buys, he gets it where it has been uploaded. And that's all. Next question. Sir, are you going to teach us how to run ads? Definitely. What's the point creating a digital asset if you cannot sell that digital asset? So in this particular Digital Freedom Mastermind, you're going to learn ninja level ads. Some of you can attest to the fact that you did not see my ads one time. You saw my ad one time, you did not click. Saw it the second time, you did not click. It kept following till the day you clicked on it. And after you clicked on it, you started recommending your ads to your friends. That's because it is ninja level ads. So that's the thought. It's a module that you're getting. Next, will I be able to create photos? Yeah, if you notice in the bonus, I said that the people that are going to take this offer are going to learn and are going to be provided with the prompts to create high level, high converting, high visually appealing images. Probably if you want to go for graduation and you don't have money to cover the event, you're going to learn how to create your digital, you're going to learn how to create your graduation pictures without going to a studio. It's very possible nowadays. So I'm not talking down photographers, but time and chance has happened. You know, the race is not to the swift nor the battle to the strong. Now, time and chance has happened to us in the AI era. Next thing, can a programmer learn how to use? Yeah, definitely. I'm a software engineer by profession. Definitely. So I have 3 apps, 2 on the Play Store and 1 on the App Store. I cannot review their names because they are clients' projects and they don't pay me for advertisement. So I've built projects for clients and using AI. Although in certain fields like software engineering, you need to have at least the basics because vibe coding is the new coding. But nevertheless, you need to have some understanding of what the code is doing. And software engineering is something that AI has transformed it. Most of Google report says that 80% of their code that is shipped to production is AI. So yeah. Any other question? Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for showing up. Yeah. Okay. Alan says, okay, yeah, you have sent me a DM. Yeah, my assistant is going to check on that. So for all of you who want to register, just in the group, I've sent the account details. So just go there, you register, you send a screenshot, and then you're going to be enrolled into the program immediately. Next. Yeah, if you have a specific problem that you cannot say it on the chat, you can come to my DM and explain it. But please, I don't want to hear hi, hello, yo. Please, let's be cordial. You should be very, very professional when you address people. Introduce yourself. You say the reason why you're approaching and how you want to be helped. For example, hello, sir. My name is Nkwetakem Bruno. I just attended your live event and it was very, very amazing. I love the way you taught things very, very easily for anyone to understand. Please, I have a difficulty at this. How can I? That's all. Okay? As opposed to hi, I come and say hello. Those are things that you have to look out for. Next thing is, how can affiliate marketers benefit from it? Definitely, affiliate marketers can benefit from it in the sense that first, you can use this blueprint to be able to create your own digital product and not only be an affiliate marketer. Or inside the program, there is an affiliate marketer offer where you can decide to be an affiliate marketer for the same offer and then you earn commission for the offer. So that's that. Yeah. So if you have a specific problem with that one, you can send me a DM. Does the offer when you purchase the offer, does it expire? No. When you purchase the offer, you have lifetime access to it. And as it is getting updated, probably the AIs might be changing. I'll be updating certain things inside. You're going to be receiving those updates continually once you're already a member. And one thing you need to understand is that you're going to have a support group, a VIP group, where every once in a while, to be precise, every week, you're going to be having sessions where we are going to come online like today, exchange. You tell me at which point you have difficulties, and your difficulties are going to be addressed by myself. Okay? Yeah. Okay. So thank you very much for showing up to the Digital Freedom Blueprint Masterclass. And for those of you who have already registered, I can see some people have already deposited their money. Okay. Interesting. So for those of you who have already registered, your details are going to be sent to you, and today you're going to be enrolled to get started in your offer creation process. So today is your time to profit from AI as well. Thank you very much. It's your instructor, Nkwetakem Bruno. I'm always here to serve you, and I'll always make sure I serve you. See you for the next one.